Hello. 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 Hello, good afternoon. If you can hear me, please drop a comment. All right. Um, Hello, guys. Welcome to another live video. Today, we are going to be designing a love card, and I hope we all follow and get the best from it. I'm sure we all enjoyed the last session of the class, which we held. I could see positive feedback from it. So today we are going to design something different, and I hope we'll enjoy it. All right. I'm a lover, and I love to play with poetry and with design. So we're going to design a very simple card and make everyone carry everyone along, so that on your own you'll be able to design this simple card. I'm going to design more of the cards, but step by step, so that the essence is for you to explore Illustrator and to know how to use most of the tools and how to some tips and tricks, how you can get things done easier rather than stressing yourself over figuring out how am I going to come up with this, how am I going to come up with this. It's just an easy task to go about. So let's ride on without wasting much time. Now, these are my workspace. This is an A4. Yes, A4. To change your artboard in Illustrator, this icon here, artboard tool, once you click on it on your left panel, you are going to see presets. So you can choose out of many presets, and you can also customize the size here, where you have this width and height. You can customize it. And another thing, if your Illustrator is not looking, the interface is not looking like mine, you might consider going to Windows, Workspace. Then I'm using Essential Classic. That's what I'm using. So once you're on Essential Classic, this is what you get. I love working with it. You can also customize your workspace, but I love working with Essential Classic. So we move on. We are going to get our shape. Let me make it black. I love using black when designing, and have just a shape 1/4. Let's say 1/4 almost, or a bit higher than 1/4 of our artboard. Now ensure your guideline is turned on so that this will always snap. Sorry, it will always snap with the edge. All right, this is the first thing. I think a friend of mine tried to replicate this and then he had issue coming up with it. So I'm going to show you how I got that V shape at the middle of this rectangle. It's not something difficult. Is all you need to do is just play with it. So I use a triangle. What you're going to do is to get a triangle, and there are two ways for you to come with your triangle. You go to this polygon tool. Now under your polygon tool, you can choose to draw your polygon. Okay, here I've set it to 3. It's 3. Now, for instance, let's assume your polygon is 6. And maybe you click on your polygon and you drag by holding shift. Now, most times when it comes, you're like, how do I get triangle? Now, there's this button. You can see this plus or minus sign here. Click on it, drag up. Now, this is the least polygon you could get, 3 sides. But if you want it to go down, you want to increase the sides more, you come down. You see it keep increasing from, you get square, pentagon, hexagon, octagon, dodecahedron. That's how you keep getting them. Now I'm using triangle, and I will just play with these. It's too narrow for me. I play with it, something like this, and a bit. I'm going to flip this vertically and centralize it to my artboard, then holding shift so that it will be aligned. I'll bring it. I'm going to change this color so that I will see what I'm doing. Let me give it red. All right. I think I want to expand this a bit. Yeah, something like this. Okay, then centralize it. Now, when aligning, you have align to selection. When you select two things, you just want those two things to align, you use align to selection. But if you want to align to artboard, which is this area, your white space here, you click, then centralize. It centralized your artboard. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is now the reason I do this, I want to cut this side here like this. I want to take it out. So I'll highlight everything. Then I will use my shape builder tool, which is this shape builder tool. The shortcut for it is Shift M. Click on it, hold on Alt, press and hold Alt. Now you will see minus on your cursor. That means you are taking out. When you leave it and have plus, that means you are merging. So I'm subtracting now. Bam, I've taken it out. This is the first step to do. Then I have, it's a card, and we are going to have a paper in it. Yes, let's have a paper, more of a piece of paper. This way, I'm going to give it, let me give it yellow for now. Send back, arrange back like this. Okay, fine. Then the next thing we are going to do is we want this paper to look as if it's pinned on either a file or a card, but we want it to be more like a solid tip or so. So we are going to flip this at the angle of 45 degrees. Now this is where you change the angle here, 45 degrees, and I'm going to change this to black. Put it here. going to duplicate it. Now, Control C, Control F. You duplicate up. I will flip it horizontally. Then I will hold Shift so that it will be aligned. I will drag it by holding Shift. Now, this is what I wanted. Then you see our card is coming out. When you've done this, we want to have a heart shape here and a spelling for lover. This is what we'll do. We're going to create hearts. I think if you've watched most of my video, I've created heart. I've done several. We'll show you how you can make hearts. Now, zoom in. You see this angle here. Bring it down to have a round shape. Put it at an angle of 45 degrees. Copy it and paste. Flip it. Now the copy and paste I did here. Let me explain something. When you do Control C and Control V, you see where it pasted it. To paste it anywhere randomly, but when you do Control C, Control F, it pastes it on the object, original object. So we have two objects here. You could see. And at the same time, if you do Control C, if you want the copied object to be below the original, is Control C, Control B, which is back, Control C, Control F, which is front. So I did front. I'm going to flip this horizontally, then ensure they're on a straight line. Then when I have this, I will highlight everything. Then we'll go for our shape builder. Shape builder, if you play, in fact, if you're using Illustrator, shape builder is one of the best tools after pen tool. Shape, for me personally, shape builder is very good. You will use shape builder to create different shapes. It's a very powerful tool in Adobe Illustrator. So once you click on your shape builder, the shortcut, like I said earlier, is Shift M. If you want to subtract, hold Alt, hold down Alt, click, click. Now I'm not holding Alt because I want to merge. If you don't merge it, this is what happens. They will be separate, but I'm merging it, so I'll just click all. I've gotten my heart shape. Let me give this green. Don't worry about the color. When I'm done, we are going to insert our colors. I want this here, and I want it centralized to the artboard. Nice. Okay, we have these. So now we are going to play with our colors. I'm going to give this white color, and I'm going to duplicate this but behind. Control C, Control F, sorry, Control C, Control B. Then the one behind, I'm going to take it up a bit and change the color to red. I'm using a darker shade of red. This, fine. And for my love shape, I'm also giving the same color, this, and I'm going to give it an outline, white outline. I'm going to give it a white outline like this. And we need this heart shape in 3D form. I think I've made videos on it, so let's do it again. When you click on it, come to Windows window in the menu tab, click on it, you will see 3D and material. Click on 3D and material. Now we have plain extrude resolve. We are going to inflate it. This is it. Now once you click inflate, this is what you get. So you can play with it, the volume, play with everything you want to play with. You can come to the lighting, the intensity, how you want it, you know, just play with it. Then you render. Good. I'm sure you love the effect of the heart shape. The next thing we are going to have is lover. Now this heart shape serves as my V. It's going to be our V, LO, so we are subtracting V, ER, caps. Let me increase it. Then I'm going to create space just using this, something like this. And the font I'll be using is Laura. I'm going to use Laura Bold for my design. Then let me reduce this a bit. Perhaps have some space in between. Centralize it. Nice. I love this. We're going to give this the same red. Then is a letter, and we want this to look more of a newspaper form where you have tiny write-ups on the background, which is going to make up our background. Now this is what we do. I'm going to duplicate this white background again, Ctrl C, Ctrl F at the top. Then select my, before that, text tool. I'm going to make it, let's say, maybe 4. Then I'm going to select this shape, click on the text tool, then come on the edge. By the time you see this part circle, that means I'm placing my font into the part. I'll click. You see, it gives me this nice look. Then here is where you play with it, how you want it to look like. I'm going to give it justify fill, and this is the effect. Then the next thing is you could play with is either you play with this, the blend mode. If you don't have get what you want, go back to normal. Just play with the opacity. I want it very light, not too visible. Let's see, 20. Yeah, it's okay. We are going to do the same thing to the whole background. This I'm going to, all right, I'm sending this back. Don't worry about the color. Come here with our text again, the same thing, fill to part. And we are going to reduce this also to 20. Just type 20 self, dragging this 20. Nice. This is it. So looking more letterish. This is going to be white. I'm going to make it white, but I want it to look more of a paper. So I'm going to place, I downloaded this paper, where are you? Okay, I downloaded this paper image from FreePic. You could do well to download it also from there. Just search for paper background effect. Send back, arrange back. Then I'll bring it forward. Now I want it to be behind this white. Then I'm going to duplicate this white so that I'll clip max it one into it. So I'm going to this, click, select the two, this, hold shift and select, Control 7. I'm going to send this backward so that the white background will be up. Oops, that means I didn't duplicate this. Sorry. I'm going to duplicate it, Control C, Control F. So Control 7 for clip marks. Send this behind, backward. Yeah. So I'm going to fit this. Let me see, overlay. Overlay is going to, it's a bit dark for me. Since I'm not getting what I want, the effects we needed, just reduce it a bit. Yeah, this. Then the next thing is more of a paper, a book, a sheet from a book, notebook. We need that line effect. So this is where we use our pen tool. From this edge, hold shift so that it's going to lock. And whenever it locks at the angle of 45 to the end. Now press escape. We don't need fill, you off your fill, but we need the stroke. We need the stroke. We're going to use the black stroke. Black. It's going to be something faint. Yeah. Then we'll duplicate these this way. Is okay. Then Control D to duplicate multiple times. Now what you need to do is select all the lines. Now you could go to easier way to select them. You can just come to your layers. Now this, just click, easier way for you to do it. Do you get? So you select everything, just select the first one, get to where the last one is, select, holding down shift. What am I holding? All right, I'm going to group, Control G. I've grouped it. It's going to definitely be behind here. So press Control, your square bracket on your keyboard, Control and your square bracket, that's the open. Yes, now we have it this way. And with too bold, we are going to reduce the opacity a bit so that it won't be loud. Something like this. Now this is where we start giving this. Going to make this red. So our major colors are red, black, and white. So this is it. The next thing is to give the effect this. I'm going to select this so that it looks, give it shadow casting. See, this is supposed to go behind this red. Still going to take it back a bit. All right. So now we move to stylize, drop shadow. We want this shadow to be here. Sorry. Reduce this to 5. This is supposed to be 0. And let's see this much. Okay. Fill effect. Nice. I'll make this a bit brighter. Good. So now these three, we are going to group these. We are going to group this and this. Select, Ctrl G. Oh, doesn't want me. Arrange backward. That's one with Illustrator most nice. It alter once it's on top. Select, group, Ctrl G. I'm going to duplicate this, Ctrl C, Ctrl F, then flip. I'm going to flip it. Sorry, my computer. Okay, it has responded. We flip horizontally and wait for it. Now because of the 3D, that's why slow. Drag this down, hold your shift. This is why most time I don't use the effect until I'm done. We want this to be above, arrange front. So now I'm going to do something with this. shadow. But before we do that, on group, you can't use gradient on your text. So for you to do this, we have to create outline. So either you come here down, you create outline, or you go to type, down, create outline. Once you create outline, now you can give your text everything. I'm going to group them again, group. Then I'm coming here and I'm going to give it a gradient effect. Good. So let's adjust our gradient. We need double click. I'm going to double click on it here, this guy here. Sorry. All right. We'll check our red. We want this 90. Let's see. So what I'll do to make our work easier, I'm going to remove this 3D effect for this. We don't need it. After all, it's just shadow we want to do. So delete it to make our work much easier. Good. So let's group. Increase this. Now, for this, we are going to make the opacity 0 so it becomes transparent. Play with this. Nice. So you can choose to still play with. Let's see overlay. No, overlay took away everything. Multiply. Yeah. So this is how you play with this. Maybe we'll bring this a little down this way. It's too loud, so I think we might still want to work this a bit. Okay. Yeah, preferable this way. So we are done with the major work on this. We need to give this effect also. Stylize drop shadow. I'm going to make this 0 0. Darker. All right. Okay, I've gotten the effect I wanted. So the next thing is our text. Just click and drag, and let's increase the size. Let's use 12. And this is where you become more creative. Let me use Laura regular. Now I want it to be on each line so that it's going to look nicer. Let's put a line to the left, justify left, increase it. So let's take this up a bit. Okay, still need to do this. You have to play with it until you get what you want. I think this is much better. So centralize it to artboard. And maybe we could have something like dear lover. Make this italic and put it here. Centralize it. going to type something like beautiful one. I'm going to make this semi-bold with this on it. Hold shift out. So you can choose to put whatever you want to put here, maybe a poetry, a prose, beautiful love letter to your lover. I'm sure you, those of you watching it, you have a lover. So this is just a simple way to do this. You can play with it, try to do it and see what you can do. I'll be glad if you can drop the link. Maybe when you do it, drop the link, drop a comment and share it with me. I would really appreciate it to see what you're able to do. This is too loud. I'm going to reduce the opacity still. Maybe 13. Yeah, it's better this way. The same thing with this. So this is just the simple thing we are doing today. I hope you enjoyed the class. Please drop a comment as we go. Thank you very much for being part of today's class, and I'm sure you enjoyed it. Please, if you have any question, just drop it at the comment section. I will respond right now. Let's see. I could see Tali, I could see Timothy. Please, if you have any question, just drop it at the comment section. All right. Thank you very much for being part of today's class. I hope to see you in our next class. Thank you very much and do have a great day. Bye for now. Centralize this. Good. See you in our next live video. Thank you and thank you once more. Please don't forget to share this video, like and comment.